Hi guys and welcome to my channel. So today let's draft this beautiful dress. Okay, so I'll be starting with the basic bodies. So from the shoulder I'll be measuring the bust points. I'll be using 11 inches for bust points and I'll rule that out just like this. Then I'll go on and measure the waistline. Okay, it's just basic top, so I won't need under bust for this. So I'll measure the waistline. So now go ahead and measure the neck width and the shoulder. So I'll be using 3 inches for the neck width and for the shoulder 7 inches, then half inch for ease. And I come down by 1 at the shoulder for the shoulder slope. Then I'll create the armhole, which is a bust round divided by 6 plus 1.5. So I'll just mark that way and create the armhole. Okay, and that part will be the chest line. Okay, then you find the midpoint of this armhole, mark the midpoint and come in by 3/4 inches in order to create the perfect armhole curve, just like this. And that part is settled. So I want to extend my neckline, which is the neck width 4 and the neck depth also 4 inches. It's just a small neckline, but you can use whatever you like. Then I'll fix in 1/4 of my bust round plus 2 inches for seam allowance, and also come to the waistline and fix in 1/4 of my waist round plus 1 inch for that and 2 inches for seam allowance. And I'm connecting it just like this. Then I'm going to locate the dart placement, which is 4 inches as the distance from one nipple to the other. Then from the bust point, I came down by 2 inches. Then I'll draw a straight line and measure half inch on both sides of the dart to connect this. Okay, I'll be using the same pattern to draft out the back. So the red is just indicating the armhole, the kind of armhole for the back. Then also the kind of neckline for the back is 3 inches for the depth, but the same neck width is going to be the same. You understand better when we get there, but let's just cut it out first. The red means for the back. Okay, so this is how it is. So for the back, you're going to mark 1 inch first at the center back for the zipper allowance. That's what I'm trying to do here. The zipper allowance 1 inch. You measure it round, you measure it down. Okay, then we'll fix it like this. You can secure it with pin or masking tape. Remember, this armhole is for the back and this neckline is for the back. So I'll remove the front now, then try to trace out the information on the back. So from the chest line, I'll come down by 1 inch for the dart. So you can see that is longer at the back because there's no breast there. So the dart's going to go up. So this is what the back dart looks like. So then at the center back on the waist, I came in by 3/4 inch. You can make it half inch or 3/4. Then you draw a slanted line. So this is to help me remove the excess fabric at the center back. Okay, and this is the front. So now I'm going to cut out the exact neckline for the front, just like this. Then you're going to add here the same thing for the armhole also. So now this is the front pattern and also the back paper. So now I'm going to draw a border line in order to draw the skirt. So from the waistline now, I came down by about 5 inches. It's just something, it will be above your hip line. Then I measure 12 inches from my actual hip line. Then I added 2 extra inches. So altogether I'll be using 14 inches for the pencil part of the skirt. Okay, this can be a dress or a skirt and blouse, but it's a dress I'm making. So on the waistline now, I'll fix in a quarter of my waist round. Then I added 1 inch for that allowance, then 2 inches for seam allowance. Okay, that part is penciled, so I needed that. Then on the hip line, I fixed in a quarter of my hip round plus 2 inches seam allowance. Then I'm going to connect it this way. Okay, now also extend it to the 14 inches like this. Okay, so from that 5 inches I measured, so I'm going to draw a slanted line to the center front like this. So this is the front part of the skirt. Then I'll go on and fix in my dart also. I measure 4 inches. Then you decide how long you want your dart to be. It's starting from the actual waist. So that's why the dart needs to be long. Then you measure ½ inch on both sides of the dart. So this is what I have for the front, and we're going to trim it out. Okay, so I'll use this to trace out the back. The only difference is the dart allowance, which is 1 inch for the dart allowance. So just watch carefully as I cut out the back also. So now the center back, I went in by 3/4 inch and I'm going to connect it slightly downward. This is to help me remove the excess fabric at the center back. You remember I did the same thing for the upper part, so I'm also doing it for the skirt part also. So this is what it looks like. So we all have our pattern paper ready for up and down. So now we're going to cut out the fabric. So the fabric is going to be on fold like this. It's going to be on the inside. So you fold it accordingly and place the paper on it. So cutting out the front pattern, if you look at the picture very well, there's a zipper in front. So, and I would love to put the same thing for mine. So I measure 1 inch for the center front for the zipper. So it will be advisable if you can fix in an invisible zipper to that side, so that it won't really be noticeable. So also for the back, we're going to cut it out. Already there's another zipper too at the back, but the zipper at the back is going to extend into the skirt part. But the zipper at the front is just going to stop at the waistline. So that is the difference. That's the reason why you need another zipper at the back. So this is it. Just make sure I don't have more than ½ inch for my journey allowance. And also the skirt part, the pencil skirt part, we're going to cut it out, secure with pin, make sure the fabric is on fold. Add your joining allowance also to the necessary part. So these are the pieces we are working with. You go on and cut the lining with it also. So I'm just notching the zipper area so that I won't mix it up when joining. Okay, so this is it. Now I have the front, just trying to arrange how it will look like. So now I've joined the lining and the fabric together, turn the neckline. Okay, just showing you how you go with the joining. So this is what it will look like when you arrange it properly. Okay, so we do for the front and also the back. You bring the two together, fix the zipper in the necessary areas, and this is for the front. You can see, I hope it's making sense already. So you go on and join it accordingly. So this is the part I'll be using for the gathered skirt. Okay, this particular dress is a long one, so you have to measure it accordingly. Okay, so this is it. I've joined the upper part together. I'm fixing the invisible zipper. You can see where it stopped. Okay, so if you have any form of embellishment, you can fix it at that side just to attract the zipper because of the color of the fabric. So I didn't really want to do much for now. And this is the skirt part. I've also joined it. Look at the way it looks like. So you join them accordingly. But before you join the skirt, I went ahead to fix the gathered part. So this is the fabric. I multiply my actual waist round. It depends on how you want to do. You can multiply it by 3. That's the standard. Okay, or maybe about 3 yards or 2.5 yards. So it depends on how much material you have. So I run a loose stitch across the edge and I gather it. You can see the way I'm gathering the part that I'm going to attach. You gather it carefully so that you can attach it along. And the lining also, I did the same thing. The lining and the fabric is almost of the same yards. So you do it. If you have enough fabric, you can do just about 3 yards. Okay. So that's because that part actually you need volume. That's what will bring out the beauty. But with the Ankara dress, I'm somehow limited. So I just have to work with what I have left. And since it's a long dress, okay, if it were to be short, maybe like the knee length, I'll have enough fabric to gather there. Well, nevertheless, it came out beautifully. So I'm just trying to fix it along the part that is to be attached to. So I have to secure it with pin before I'll take it to the sewing machine. Okay, so this is it. Even with the pin, you can see it's making sense. Okay, so you go and stitch it carefully. You can see the V shape is already there. So now I'm going to attach the lining also. So I'm going to do it in a way that is going to be enclosed. The main skirt is going to be enclosed. So by the time I'm done stitching, I'm going to turn the lining over so that you won't see the joining. It's another way of achieving a clean job. Okay, so we're going to stitch it now. I've done that. I've run the stitch. Okay, you can see. So I went ahead to remove the pins. Okay, so now when I'm done, I'm going to turn it over. So you can see the way I flip it over. You can see the joining is enclosed. So by the time you give it a good press, it's going to give you a clean job. So even with this, you can just sew this as a simple skirt and the upper part as a blouse, or you can still join your dress. So this is what it looks like. Okay, so trust me, the outcome worth it actually. And we'll go ahead and join the upper part to it. I always start fixing my seam, like the side seam to each other first, then I'll align the upper part. Then your dart also, make sure it is well aligned, the upper dart and the skirt dart. So this is it. Go on and join it. So now I just want to show you how I cut my simple long sleeve. Okay, so go ahead and measure the length of the sleeve, whether short or long, but this is the basic one. So I've measured the length, then I'll measure the cap height. I think I use 4 inches for the cap height. So in order to know your cap height is your bust round divided by 12 plus 0.5. So then I fixed in my armhole also, added seam allowance, then I created the cuff. So I always love to cross check the cuff to be sure is to go around whatever I have on the fabric that I have already joined. Then I'll measure my sleeve round. In order to measure sleeve round, especially long sleeve, make sure it's something that can come out of your arm, just the way I was checking that on my hand now. So I'm going to fix it there. I think it's about 10 or 9.5. It depends on the size you're working with. So I'll measure it and I'll add 1 inch for seam allowance. Okay, so this is it. So all together, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please remember to give it a thumbs up, and if you're yet to subscribe to my channel, please subscribe. Okay, then feel free to share your opinion in the comment section. So I went ahead to double it. So guys, thank you. Bye.